Hiya. I don't even know what your job title means.
Hi, I'm Mark Maslin, and I'm a Professor of Earth System Science at University College London.
Hi, I'm Jo Brand, comedian, and if people like me have to get involved, you know we're in deep trouble.
The climate crisis is progressing much faster than anticipated. Our models projected that we would cross the dangerous 1.5 degree threshold in the 2030s or even the 2040s. But at this rate, we're going to breach it within only a few years.
Translation: we're still going to hell, but we're getting there faster.
We are destabilizing our planet's climate system, which is already leading to an increase in unpredictable weather events. Potentially everyone, everywhere, now faces a direct threat to their way of life.
The climate crisis won't just affect strangers, it will affect your family and your children. It might even affect people you like.
We are heading for unknown territory if we trigger tipping points, irreversible thresholds which shift our entire ecosystem into a different state.
My word of the year is firenado. It's a tornado that's on fire. Plenty more of that kind of thing ahead.
The overall consequences are literally inescapable. Crop failures, global food shortages, hundreds of millions of refugees. Our complex societies are at genuine risk of collapse.
We're all going to need to learn how to grow our own vegetables and also how to machete any neighbours who try and steal them.
The irony is solar and wind power are now over 10 times cheaper than oil and gas. We can still prevent much of the damage and end up in a better place for everyone.
With wind and sun power, we save money and don't die. It's a pretty strong selling point.
Most people actually are in favour of urgent action. The reason governments are not transitioning fast enough is because the fossil fuel industry has a grip on many politicians. In fact, governments subsidise them with our taxpayers' money, over $1 trillion a year, according to the IMF.
Even the dinosaurs didn't subsidise their own extinction. Who's the stupid species now?
We all need to show up now before more irreversible damage is done. Start by speaking up against new oil and gas licensing, which is the last thing we need.
One day someone's going to ask, what did you do? Possibly your kids, or your conscience, or some form of tribunal. Anyway, last chance to get your answer sorted. What did you think of my translation?
I thought it was great.
How bad is it really? I mean, you would never tell me this, but are people exaggerating it a bit to make it seem worse than it is?
We don't exaggerate. We don't need to. London, okay? We hit 40 degrees in July. So that heat wave was 16 degrees warmer than it should have been. So I would say most scientists are incredibly concerned, and many of them actually suffer from climate anxiety, just like normal people do.
Okay. How do you think this is all going to end?
Things are moving. I know this sounds really strange when it's all doom and gloom, but the amount of solar and wind is exponential in its growth. The whole economy is changing. China plants more wind turbines than the rest of the world put together. So there's lots of positive things. There's a brilliant book by Simon Sharp who says we're doing great stuff, but we have to do everything, and I mean everything, 5 times faster.
I've read that. I haven't really.